It's the Date Master, and we're back with a part two of my previous video. Top of the morning to you all on this beautiful Monday before I get my work day started. We're drinking peppermint tea this morning. I'm a tea drinker. I don't know about a lot of you guys drink the coffee. I kind of like stick to the tea. But we're going to finish up and go with the second round of how to identify a woman who is damaged goods and that you're in a dead-end dating cycle. So in yesterday's video, we talked about women being engulfed in social media, too active on social media, always in the know of the mess, the latest happenings, very needy, very insecure. These are just some of the telltale signs of a woman who is pretty much damaged goods. She's entitled, she's irrational, delusional. The next wave or the next level of things that can identify a woman is damaged is going to be her overinvestment in astrology. I noticed this to be a very I had conversations with a few women about this topic, but not too much. But I see women in a overall craze about astrology signs to where they're basically telling you they're not going to date you if you're this sign. So on one end, a woman is saying Gemini, the next woman is saying Pisces, the next woman is saying Aquarius, the next woman is saying this. So you have a bunch of women. It's only 12. So if you have 8,000 women or 100,000 women telling you they're not going to date you based upon your sign, end quote, ask yourself what kind of sense that makes if 100,000 women are telling you they're not going to date the signs they're not going to date when it's only 12 of the signs. That means nobody's going to be dating anyone. These are the signs of a person that is irrational and delusional and really unintelligent, because there is no way a sign fits all. There's some attributes you can kind of identify, but that's anything, because there's levels. There's your Japanese sign. There's your Mongolian sign. Like it's never ending. And these women who believe this wholeheartedly, whenever a woman puts down one ideology that she bought into and it didn't work, she's going to pick up another one. So if you notice, most of these women who are into these signs of astrology, check their background. I can almost guarantee you they were in the church. They were in a church. They went to the stones, the holistic healing. These women are always seeking salvation. So when one savior doesn't come through, they put that one down and pick up a new one, because they've been sold with all this new information and these fake correlations of things. They put down one and pick up another. So if she's heavily invested in astrology, that's a big risk. She's damaged. She's looking for something to save her, or she's looking for something to guarantee, because anyone, if I was a Pisces, I can put something on Wikipedia. I can put anything on a public forum and write it out and make it look professional and dress myself up to the T. If I'm a Pisces, I can dress myself up to the T and make it seem like I'm the perfect one. And then a Gemini can do the same. And then a Capricorn can do the same. And these women buy these things. They buy into these things because they have no more hope. So you can come out with the Tooth Fairy. Start posting the Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny and attributes on believing in the Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny that's going to guarantee them the man of their dreams. They're going to buy into it. Our women are broken. And these are the conversations that we will have, because far too long, women have escaped accountability for ruining relationships, escaped accountability for terminating pregnancies, escaped accountability for breaking up families and homes and messing with married men on the low, but would turn around and make it seem as if the married men are the ones who are cheating. We all know that that is a lie. We all know that is a lie because most men that are married are not physically desirable by other women. That is why they had to settle. And they settle with a woman who does not even look at them as the top notch. That's why they cheat. So let's not play that game. We entertain these conversations too much when there's no facts presented to substantiate an argument. So therefore, we should not be engaging or entertaining such arguments. But yes, overinvestment in astrology, filtered pictures, filtered pictures, Snapchat. These things, again, this is a telltale sign. It's always a filter on your photos. They're trying to hide something. It's something that they hate about themselves that they think a filter is going to cover up or mask. All of your pictures are filtered. That is a telltale sign. The social media, selfies. Too many selfies. That's another telltale sign. It's always the man's fault for the breakup. Damaged. Lack of accountability really is going to be the number one determining factor if a woman is damaged. She does not want to own up to her faults and fallacies and responsibility in all of her failed relationships. Everything you ask her about her past relationships, it was always him. Lack of accountability is the biggest telltale sign that a woman is damaged, because if a woman does not take accountability, she does not heal. In order to heal, repair, and recoup yourself, your emotions, you have to take accountability for the role that you played in the failed relationship which damaged you, which caused you any type of pain, resentment, etc., bitterness. That is something you need to address before it consumes you. But lack of accountability from women is going to be, because in this space, we a lot of the content that I come across, a lot of it is centered around celebrities. I tend to speak on celebrities because everyone is watching them, but again, celebrities are a outlier case. They do not live a lifestyle that ordinary people live. So we try to correlate our lifestyles to the lifestyles of celebrities. No, they do the same things that we do. They just do them in different capacities. And a lot of the times that you see these stories come out, these stories are 50% are told at a 50% honesty rate. You never will get all of the details when it comes to these celebrities because you're too far away. You're not in the in crowd. You're not in the room. The same with the Tory Lanez and Megan. All these stories, no one knows but the people who were there. No one knows. Yes, too engaging. Social media, the astrology, definitely a big red flag. Lack of accountability when you start to probe and see how her other relationships failed. A lot of cases, again, this is where age comes into play. Women have a cunning counter. For every observation that a man of intelligence makes, she has a cunning way to counteract that. She tries to, again, even the playing field to make it seem as if we're both the same. We're both on the same biological clock. We're both under the same set of social standards, which we are not. This is another sign. A woman who feels that you are equal, that men and women are the same and are equal, a huge red flag, because this is common sense. We don't have cycles. We don't have hot flashes. We don't get pregnant. So how can you think we are equal or the same? How could you think such a thing? This is why age is such a critical factor, because after a certain age, when it comes to relationships for a woman, she's on a stopwatch. We're not. She's on a timer. We're on the stopwatch. So a woman who gets into her 30s, mid 30s, unmarried, multiple children, a child. In most cases, she's going to be damaged because she has yet to heal or repair. And all healing and repairing yourself is doing is looking at the mistakes you made, looking at things you need to work on or things that you lack in, taking accountability for those things and putting in the work to correct them, putting in the work to relieve the trauma that you are suffering. A lot of women suffer in silence. That is why they are caught up in these things that are not fruitful. They're caught up in the lifestyles that are not fruitful. You have, again, women in their 40s acting as if they're 18, 19, and 20 years old. You rarely see this with men because men, after a certain age, people do not take you serious if you're engaging in certain behavior. A woman can act like a child until she's 50 and still get attention from men because they're ruled by their lust. And they see these women as easy pickings. A lot of women think these guys are coming at them. Ooh, you should see my DM. You should see my DM. You fool. You solipsistic, self-absorbed fool. It's no different than an injured antelope in the Serengeti talking about, oh, all these lions want to eat me. All these lions want to eat me. Yeah, because you're the easiest target. You're prey. You're already injured. So you're easy pickings, dumbass. But you can't tell the modern woman that. Let her tell it, all these men want to marry me. Not one has pulled out a ring yet. Not one. This is the level of delusion that we have with our women in the Western culture. They think having a man or an inbox full of lusting men that has nothing going on, that have nothing going on, is a sign of their beauty and their worth. When it's really just you're the only you're pretty much on sale. I can see you every day because I know I can go to your page and see your pussy print on the camera. So why wouldn't I shoot my shots? Why wouldn't I try to shoot my shot at you? Look at what you're doing. You're easy. You're injured. That's why I always say these women who think they're playing men, and you see these stories end tragically. You dig one grave, you might as well dig two because you think that you're smarter than the average bear and you're not, which is why you end up victims of murder, assault, and so forth. And this is not any type of hate speech. This is just the facts. These stories that we see, you have to look with your third eye. You have to be intelligent enough to read between the lines. That's why they're really not speaking on the Mercedes Moore situation anymore. Rest her soul. But that's a closed shut case. They're not talking about what they found out because they went through the phone. They're able to crack these phones and social media pages, etc. Anything that had her name, email address, phone number linked to an account, they're able to access it and see the exchange between these people. But they're not going to speak on it because it's going to expose their hand. You try to play with these men, just like the guy in New Jersey, Baltimore, wherever he was, the man who took the life of his ex-girlfriend, his wife, and himself. You think you're going to play with these men and not suffer any consequences. Well, I have news for you from the vindicator himself. No good deed goes unpunished, and no disingenuous deed goes unpunished either. So stop playing around with these men that you do not like. Stop wasting your time with men that you do not like, that you're using, that you're trying to use as a cushion until the next best thing comes about. And you think you're just going to jump off this one and hop on this next train, but you got a simp. But you didn't know that. You thought you was just this thing, and he was not going to wake up to your manipulation. And then next thing you know, 5 o'clock news. 5 o'clock news, here we are. Another victim who tried to play a simp, and she lost. These simps are dangerous. They're dangerous men because They don't have the self-control, the composure, or the mindset to react to women in the manner in which they should. They cower down, they simp, they acquiesce, and then they're dominated. But let me know what you guys think about this video. It's the Date Master. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.